Hello everyone, my name is Chris German, co-founder of Gatekeeper Media. Alongside me, someone you've been seeing and hearing quite a few on this channel lately, Nick Hanson. How you doing, bud?
Oh, I'm doing great. Thanks for having me today.
Of course, we are here for the 2022 Clash at the Canyons number 6. This is the MPO side. We're here for round 1, our feature card. And we are at Dellwood Park.
Yeah, it's a great course. It's my first time playing it this year. Some good technical wooded holes and then some open holes as well. And here's our card we have this morning.
Yeah, we have an awesome starting card with Gannon Buhr. We have local Gavin Rathbun. We have yourself there, and then defending champion Dan Schlitter.
We have some names on this leaderboard that are also known to the Pro Tour. So it's a good stop between events this year for really good competition slate here.
Yeah, a lot of people over 1,000 rated. As we're going to start with Gannon Buhr's bag from Prodigy. We're going to see a lot of the A2s putting with the PA3s. Quite a few FX2s in there as well.
Next up, we have Gavin Rathbun's bag, sponsored by Dynamic Disc. He's going to be having the Hope and the Judge for those kind of like lower speed discs. He's going to have the Truth and the EMAG Truth for his mid-range. And then for his drivers, I know we're going to be seeing a lot of that Felon. And then my bag is next here, the Omega DT Glow for the Omega 4s, my main putter. I'm going to be throwing the mortar quite a bit. And then you're also going to see the Draco and the Scorpius out of me.
Lastly, Dan Schlitter, he is the defending champion from last year. Big fan favorite. The locals around here, you could definitely feel the love when they see this guy out here competing with Team Discraft here.
Yeah, the locals really love him. I actually saw a post on their local page asking how many people were going to show up cheering for him. So
amazing.
It's good to see that kind of support.
Awesome. Give us the pro play for hole 1 here.
Yeah, so hole 1 is 600-foot par 4. You're going to play this right gap down to this flat, and if you can get there, you're going to have an upshot to get up and down for your birdie. However, the green is pretty tricky. If you land on this left side, you have a chance to roll OB right.
Yeah, this is one of the harder holes on the course. And this is actually hole 13 for the traditional park, but we are, for the tournament, going to be playing as hole 1.
Music back up.
We have Gannon Buhr on the tee to start it off. He's really made his name for himself this year, taking down the Silver Series Masters Cup and a lot of top 10 finishes. He's a big favorite here today.
Going with that overstable play off the box, and he's going to get down to that flat, but...
Wow. Fortunate roll.
Unfortunate roll, and he's getting kind of pinched over there.
We have Gavin. So he is Illinois local. Probably no stranger to this course. Has played this course many, many times. He knows the lines. And should be a competitor here coming down to the end. He has been dealing with a lot of injuries for the past year and a half, so it is good to see him out here throwing.
Yeah, so he cut in early there. He's going to get probably halfway down the hill. And probably just be looking at an upshot.
We have you here. What's it like being on coverage a lot this year with us on tour? I know that's something with our events here. We've been putting you on our feature card, being part of the team and all.
Yeah, so it's been a good experience so far. Some of these crowds are something new to me. Like this was pretty exciting, pretty adrenaline pumping here off the first box with having some of those loud cheers.
Mm-hmm. So not even really the cameras, but more even the spectators is kind of something new for you being out here on tour. So you get caught up, but it seems like as long as you kind of get down the hill, don't hit first available, you at least give yourself a chance. It's the defending champ here, Dan. As we're going to see him carve up some amazing lines over this weekend here.
Yeah, just such a nice guy.
Yeah, he really brought up the energy first time meeting him.
Nice little redirect there, and he's going to be in a good landing zone.
It's Gannon with a pretty tough look. It looks like he might have to take the right gap. Very scary. I mean, if you hit any of these trees, kicks you right, you're immediately out of bounds.
Oh, and what a great shot to land in probably the bullseye for birdie.
A little early there. Gavin? This is probably the more common place people land, and this is probably the more common finish that a lot of people end up having here.
Yeah, unfortunately, he's going to slide right out of bounds.
Very, very touchy green here. You actually got a pretty good kick. Kind of kicked you even past these trees here.
Yeah, I got a really good position off the tee here, and
Oh.
that needs
And
to sit down.
I saw that a couple times
It's
this
not
weekend as
going
well,
to.
man.
Yeah, unfortunately, this green can make you throw your upshot scared, I would say, with what just happened, and playing for a layup, I still went out of bounds.
Yeah, not a great feeling when you lay up and still know you're losing a stroke. But chance to save par. This is a good green to at least give this a good bid here, pending you don't kick up and do some crazy roll.
Yeah, and I tried to do exactly that, a little outside of my comfort zone, but we got it above the rim at least.
Stan's going to save his par. And I think overall par is probably pretty good on this hole. Again, coming in as one of the hardest holes on the course here for round one.
Yeah, it actually played as the second hardest hole on the course today at .32 over par.
All right. Good start there for Gannon. Oh.
We're on to hole 2, 550-foot par 4. There's going to be 2 Mandos on this hole. We just saw one, and then there's going to be another one here at the end of this fence. Once you clear this, you're going to go actually downhill towards the green. Players are going to be throwing a large hyzer that's going to need to skip left, so that way they have a good shot to get down to the green.
Yeah, this is a fun hole. This is actually a combination of 2 holes from the traditional park, because they do have, I think, 24 holes here. Correct me if I'm wrong, but this is a combination, I know, of 2 holes. Creates a fun little par 4.
And that is a huge shot to get past that tee pad up top there. He's going to be looking probably straight down at the basket from up there.
I know, he was almost flirting with the OB back there.
That's not really an OB I would even mention, but
No.
yeah, I guess we might need to mention it with these guys.
Seriously. I'd say ideally you're just trying to get to that tee box there where the catch cam is. Kind of about right here. Oh, perfect.
Another good one.
This looks like it's a little early left.
Still going to get good ground play. He should be able to get around that corner, I would think.
Yeah, there is kind of like a little inside route. If you do push deep enough, you can kind of get around that second Mando there.
That has potential. Come on, get in the hole. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Holy moly. Oh shit.
That was a great shot from you.
Yeah, we got quite a ways up the fairway. Pushing it with that height off the tee, as you could tell, to try and just get as far left as possible.
Yeah, Gannon's was such a crush that he's actually farthest one out right now.
Just making light work of that upshot, though, and he'll find himself inside the circle.
would say this is kind of the traditional route here for the righty. Kind of find the right gap. Just let the disc do the work on the hillside. There is some OB over there to the right that you do have to watch out for, especially on a shot like this from Dan.
Yeah, as you can see, he basically has to push that OB and then skip back towards the basket, and he kind of just got hung up there. Well, just a bad release there into the ground from me. Trying to turn it over and kind of just threw it right into the ground.
Yeah, first forehand of the day. Had the polecat out though. I know that was in your range with the polecat.
Sometimes when you have a bad shot, you just got to try and throw a miracle in.
This is Dan for birdie. Great putt.
Crowd loving it.
Yeah, he really just, his energy out on the card, and then the energy that the spectators have when he's around, just really made this a fun event to be at. So you're gonna get your par. Not the worst with the par here. Probably want the birdie, but
You definitely want the birdie from where I landed, but I'm not mad about getting par on this hole.
I'm so sorry, Gannon.
This hole played just over par. Actually, no, I'm sorry. This hole, I'm not sure actually. I played just under par, sorry. And we're on to hole number 3. 335 feet. It's downhill. It's probably downhill about 35 feet or so. And players are going to throw a big swooping forehand that kind of just crashes into the tree line there and hopefully falls in circle 1.
yeah, this tree kind of in the middle almost forces you to throw like a left to right shot. Kind of have like a bailout if you want over there to the right. You kind of have like a circle's edge putt if you want, similar to that. But it almost seems I don't think I saw anyone go to the right. It's just everyone is forced over here to the left side, and it's really how aggressive you want to get if you want to go over the OB and over those trees. There is OB right behind the basket. I would say that's probably the common play.
Yeah, he's going to be a little shorter than he wanted outside circle 1.
A little more commitment from Dan here as this needs to check up. This is coming in really hot.
Fortunately, just going to skip out of bounds there on that backside like you said.
Ooh. Tough one for Gavin there. Now you're going to be putting back for par. And you're able to save it. You make like a 20-25 footer like that. Is that a confidence booster for you on a par putt?
It's definitely helpful when the putt was out of bounds.
Yeah.
But I've been trying to get more in the mindset of every stroke counts the same, whether it's for par, birdie, or bogey, just so that way I'm always giving it the same focus, same energy.
It's a good mindset. This should be cleanup for Gannon as he's going to have a turkey.
Yeah, and he's out to a hot start here today, and he's probably not looking to slow down anytime soon. This kid's been on a tear this season. right, we're back and we're on to hole number 4. 678 feet is a par 4. Players are going to throw a hyzer just past this tee, somewhere in this region. So that way they've got about a 350 foot upshot to the basket. There's going to be OB lining this second portion of the hole on the left and right side, but the right side is going to run all the way the length of the hole, and one of the easier par 4s, I would say.
Yeah, still danger around, so you could still get bit if you do not play it properly. If you push a little long on this first shot here, there is that path on the backside that could come into play. But this second shot here is really where it matters, I would say.
Yeah, there's a large landing zone that's available to you, but after that, it's really a precision shot.
Stan's able to get his out right to that big landing zone you're talking about. A little wider from Gavin. Like I was saying, if you push it a little long and get a little close to that path, he's fortunately able to keep it in bounds. Looks pretty textbook out of yourself. Is that a little too close for your...
Yeah, also pushing it there, you definitely want that disc breaking and fading more.
Yeah.
Earlier, and we then have this disc fading too much and kind of got those early round jitters.
Luckily you were able to push that far enough. You kind of hit the back tree line, kept yourself in bounds. Should be an easy par. It seems like you want a little bit more off on this first shot so that you don't have, like, you were probably a little too far where you almost had to throw almost a full shot on that second one.
Yeah, if you get it fading more off the tee, just basically outside the tree, you're going to push it way further left than I did. I pushed too far straight.
Yeah. A little bit tougher of a shot here from Gavin, but that is great. You have the hillside there too.
It's going to get a little roll back to it, a little spin back. It'll probably be about 15 feet from birdie, I think.
All right. Got yourself out there. Again, clean up par. This is right in that range for Gannon. This should be, I mean, the way he's starting this round, money.
Yep, there it is. Another one.
4 for 4 for the kid. Stan is up here for birdie. And
oh, just off that front lip.
it's unfortunate. He's going to have to settle for his par. Something I like about Dan's routine is he goes through his routine, even on something like this 15, 10-footer here. That just shows consistency. It's just... a lot of people would walk up to that putt and just throw it in there, and then every now and then you might get one that spits out or kicks out. Where
The big arm swing he does, it was always getting me.
Yeah, the stretch, I love it.
Hey man, whatever works for you, you know. It doesn't have to be pretty. It doesn't have to, you know, be what everybody thinks is cool. If it works for you and it gets you in a good mental state to putt, then that's what you need to do.
It's kind of similar to Andrew Fish does something like that, where he puts the disc over his head and kind of stretches before he putts. I just find it interesting, different way people stretch before they start. So we're going to hole 5. This is the traditional finishing hole on the course here. We're going to be playing it in the middle of the round here.
Yeah, so the creek is playing as casual, just so you know, but players really just want to get through that middle gap and hopefully get to the circle.
Gannon's just making that look easy, just throwing straight at it.
This one also has a backstop, so if you want to run this for ace, you surely can.
Yeah, this is a really fun hole. You You see a lot of people kind of throw a mid-range or something like this where it kind of sneaks on the right side. That was very close. That was close to the line. I was actually thinking that was very close. Wow. Great shot from Gavin. Stan elects to go with the forehand.
Doing himself about a circle's edge putt, I would say.
Looks like you have a mid-range in your hand. A little high and right.
Yep, hit that early gap. But a little tree love never hurt nobody.
Love it.
Give up on it, dude.
And if you know us here at Gatekeeper, we're always planting new trees for that true love. Here's Dan from that circle's edge putt for birdie to start this star frame. He gets it in.
Good looking putt out of him.
Yeah, he's looking really good at the start here as well.
Kid's not going away though. He is.
No.
He is off to a hot start. 5 for 5 to start the tournament now.
Should be an easy one for Gavin. So he's gonna be on there, and then you're gonna get yourself on the board here. Race that hole one bogey that we saw, but
Yeah, get a birdie, get on the train, and hopefully get some more here. We're on to hole number 6. It's a 365-foot par 3. Players are either going to want to throw right under this tree so they can skip up to the basket, or if they can throw high and wide, they can throw a flex shot that'll also get to the circle here.
yeah, this is a very interesting hole. I really like this hole. There's kind of two different shots you have. And like if you go the low route and try to get the skip, it seems like the grass is like right where the disc is going to land. So like you might not skip, you might get the skip. And then the high side is just a tougher shot, in my opinion. Chance to fade out. There is OB on the left there where the creek is. Very fun shot. And then one of the great thing about this course is we already saw it on hole 3 is just all the elevation you have here, especially the times you get to throw off of things, which who doesn't love to throw off a cliff?
You really get to watch that disc fly a little more.
Yeah, right? A little wide, but great skip. Wow.
Yep. There's that skip. He was a little early. Caught a good amount of dirt, and he's going to find himself inside the circle.
And like I was saying, it was just you just found that grass patch. You didn't get that same favorable skip.
Yeah, very similar line, but probably off by 2-3 feet, and caught the grass instead of the gravel. Gavin just pitching one up there to get his par.
Yeah, this hole kind of played in the middle of the field here. It was a little under par. So I would say a lot of people are probably taking threes, and then you have the couple people out here that are taking their birdies.
Another mid-range par tap in for me.
It keeps you honest. Keeps your putter moving, so later in the round.
Yeah, just staying ready for those birdie opportunities,
Yeah, right.
hopefully.
Like you said, it doesn't matter if it's for birdie or par. If you're putting good, you're putting good.
Hi guys, Ricky Wysocki here. We are starting the Saki Bomb Foundation. The main goal for me is to really give back to the sport, start kids from a young age, and expose them to the great sport of disc golf that we all love. We got a website going, sakibombfoundation.org. There's lots of different things you can do on the website. I've heard the older generation of disc golfers saying, I wish I would have started disc golf when I was younger, and now I'm able to start these kids off at a young age through my foundation. It really means a lot to me, and it means a lot for the sport. To donate and go to the website, sakibombfoundation.org.
All right, we're back in hole number 6, 362-foot par 3. It's going to be uphill, and you're going to really need a left to right moving shot to get you inside the circle. There is that wall of trees that, you know, you just got to poke through one of the gaps, and there's multiple to choose from.
Hole 7, by the way. Hole 6. We are going uphill, so it probably plays a little closer to what, 380, 390?
Yeah, and
wow. Gannon making it look easy. That's going to be 7 for 7?
wow, incredible start to the weekend.
This is looking pretty good out of Dan. Just needs to miss the tree, and it does. Great shot from Dan. So it looks like Gavin's going to be going with the backhand. A little more technical of a shot, I would say.
Yeah, and it looks like his shot started to fade out. He's probably going to be in middle of circle 2.
Looks like you're going to take the backhand shot as well. Any reason to that? Just getting up there, you don't think the forehand can do it?
I think this one's just maybe a little outside my forehand range, or it's, you know, pushing the peak of it, so I feel I have a better chance with getting a more consistent shot up there with a turnover.
So you're going to be a little outside circle 2, maybe edge of circle 2.
Front cage, they're close, they're just not going in yet.
Gavin for his birdie. So it took a weird kind of hit and roll. Dan is able to get the birdie. He is no slouch over there as well, 5 down. So he's definitely keeping pace with Gannon here.
My question is, can they keep this pace up?
I think so. We'll see, but I mean, with the way Gannon's playing, with home field advantage with Dan, I mean, might have ourselves a battle here till the end.
All right, hole number 8 is a 408-foot par 3. It's downhill, OB right, and then around the green. Players are going to be throwing a left to right moving shot again. It's probably downhill about 25 feet or so, I would say. So probably playing closer to 350, 360.
Yeah, you have OB surrounding the green down there, a creek to the right. I would say this is like a risk-reward shot. If you want to go for it, try to get down there for the 2. Something like this from Gannon, but again, OB is right there. And then you might have a lot of the field who, excuse me, is a little more conservative. They might just kind of get one down there and then just kind of have like a 60 or 70 footer layup and just take your 3 and move on.
Oh!
Wow.
Oh, and then it goes out of bounds?
That is so unfortunate. Wow.
Off the top of the basket to out of bounds. Dang. That just tells you how close it is, folks.
This needs to get down. That is pushing the right side.
And he's going to find himself out of bounds as well. He knew that out of the hand that it was probably no good.
Same with you here.
Yeah, just
Right out of
never,
the hand.
never got it to flat.
Y'all owe me $1.
That's a hard putt to run, too.
Oh, but he runs it. And
Wow.
that's going to be double OB on this hole for Gavin.
That was an interesting choice there. Good bid from Gannon.
First par of the round, coming on hole 8.
Yeah, wow. So it looks like yours did go in bounds down at that corner there, which kind of gave you a little bit more, I would say a better putt.
Yeah, give me an extra probably 20 feet compared to where Gavin was.
Great par save from you.
Give me the ability to run it as well, since I was like uphill and not putting didn't have nearly as much of a death putt.
Gavin's in there for the double. Dan's here to save his par after that insane. It was like such a lofty little skip right off the top.
Yeah, it was like a one bounce and out. So unfortunate.
Good cleanup though. That's a good par save for Dan. We're gonna move on to hole 9.
338 feet, par 3. It's kind of like a hook, you could say, where it's really got to be a fast turnover, or it needs to be a sidearm that really takes a skip, just after about halfway down the fairway, and that'll get you right up into the circle.
Yeah, it's a pretty tricky shot because if you just push it a little too straight, you can find that OB down there to the left. Gannon gets hung up, and he's gonna have a little bit more on the hole here.
Yeah, there's that one tree in the middle of the fairway where you need to decide if you're gonna go in front of it or behind, and it looks like he just got a hold of it.
Dan looks like he's ready to pump one down here. Oh no, yep. Oh no. Oh
That's a
no.
little wide.
And see, just fading, just barely long, and he's gonna get a bad skip and be out of bounds.
Yeah. Again, you just push a little too, where I like this line here. Kind of got yours over there a little sooner. You didn't push it straight and wait for the fade. You kind of did a more swooping hyzer.
Right, and you get that nice skip, and it's not gonna go too far after that.
Yeah, dude. Get in the hole. We'll go right in between.
That was a great shot.
Great shot, Gavin.
What a beautiful sidearm out of Gavin there. Taking the higher route, getting on the backside of that tree, and getting all the way in the square of the basket.
Gannon's going to end up on the steps there. That might be an awkward putt. Dan for another par save. Oh no, sit. All right. And this is a chance for you to be under finishing up this first 9 here. Start feeling a little more confident. You're knocking the birdie here.
Yeah, it's good to get some back going down. Obviously, I want to be a couple more, but the fact that I got under par in the first 9 holes, it's a good place to be.
Yeah, still a lot of golf here to play. Gannon's gonna save his par. 7 down through 9. What a start. Absolutely amazing. So that's gonna finish it up here for the front 9 of round 1. Clash of the Canyons. It's Gannon with the 7 down, Dan with the 4. We've seen some really good golf here to start. I am very excited to see how this is gonna play out. So we have some people already in at the clubhouse.
And it looks like double digits are going to be what you need to be scoring and, you know, be in that top percentage of the field here.
All right, well, once again, my name is Chris. I have Nick along beside me. We're going to be here for this entire 3-round event here, Clash of the Canyons. We'll be back for the back 9.
Thanks again. We'll see you then.